If you've ever owned a dog, or just been around dogs, you've definitely witnessed this. Two dogs meet, and immediately they go straight for each other's butts. No hesitation, no awkwardness, just pure, shameless sniffing. And if you're a human watching this happen, you're probably thinking, why? Why is this happening? Well, buckle up, because the answer is way more fascinating than you'd expect. Dogs aren't being weird or gross. They're actually having an incredibly complex conversation, and it's all happening through scent. Let's start with the basics. Dogs experience the world primarily through their noses. While humans rely heavily on sight, dogs rely on smell. And when I say dogs have a good sense of smell, I'm not talking about just a little better than ours. I'm talking about a sense of smell that's between 10,000 to 100,000 times more sensitive than a human's. Dogs have around 300 million olfactory receptors in their noses, compared to our measly 6 million. The part of their brain dedicated to analyzing smells is about 40 times larger than ours, proportionally. So when a dog sniffs something, they're not just smelling it. They're reading it like a book. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Dogs have special scent glands located around their rear ends, specifically near the anus. These are called anal glands, and they produce a unique chemical signature that's completely specific to each individual dog. Think of it like a fingerprint, but way more detailed. This scent contains information about the dog's identity, sex, health, diet, emotional state, and even what they ate recently. It's basically a full biological profile packed into one sniff. So, when two dogs meet and immediately start sniffing each other's butts, they're not being rude. They're exchanging information. Dog number 1 is learning everything about dog number 2 in a matter of seconds. Are you male or female? Are you healthy? Are you stressed? Are you friendly or aggressive? Have we met before? What did you eat for breakfast? All of this data is being transmitted through scent, and dogs can process it almost instantly. But it's not just about the butt. Dogs also have scent glands in other areas like their ears, paws, and face. That's why dogs will also sniff each other's faces, ears, and even lick each other's mouths. Each area gives different information. The face and ears might tell them about recent activities or emotional state, while the paws can carry scents from where the dog has been walking. It's a full-body information scan. Here's something even crazier. Dogs can actually smell time. No, seriously. They can detect how old a scent is, and use that to figure out when another dog was in a certain place. So, when your dog is sniffing a fire hydrant or a tree on your walk, they're not just smelling that another dog was there. They're figuring out how long ago that dog was there, which direction they went, and whether they know that dog. It's honestly like reading a timeline of events, but through scent alone. Now, let's talk about why this behavior is so important for dogs. In the wild, wolves and wild dogs use scent to communicate across long distances and maintain social structures. They mark territory, identify pack members, and assess potential threats, all through smell. Domestic dogs have kept this instinct, even though they're not living in the wild anymore. When your dog sniffs another dog, they're tapping into thousands of years of evolutionary programming that says, gather as much information as possible before deciding if this is a friend or a threat. And here's the thing. This sniffing behavior is actually polite in dog language. When two dogs meet and allow each other to sniff, they're showing mutual respect and a willingness to communicate. A dog that refuses to let another dog sniff them, or a dog that immediately becomes aggressive without the sniffing ritual, is breaking dog social etiquette. It's kind of like walking up to someone and refusing to shake their hand or make eye contact. It's considered rude in dog culture. Interestingly, the sniffing isn't always equal. You might notice that one dog does more sniffing while the other stands still. This can indicate social hierarchy. The more dominant or confident dog might allow itself to be sniffed first, while the more submissive dog waits its turn. Or sometimes the more curious or anxious dog will do more sniffing because they need more information to feel safe. It's all part of the complex social dynamics that dogs navigate every single day. There's also a health component to this. Dogs can actually smell illness and disease. They can detect changes in hormones, infections, and even cancer through scent. So when a dog is sniffing another dog, they might pick up on health issues that aren't visible to the human eye. This is why some dogs are trained as medical detection dogs, capable of alerting their owners to seizures, low blood sugar, or even certain types of cancer. Their noses are just that powerful. So, what does this mean for you as a dog owner? Well, it means you should let your dogs sniff when they meet other dogs, as long as both dogs seem comfortable and non-aggressive. This is how they communicate, and, cutting off this behavior can actually increase anxiety and stress in your dog. They need this information to feel safe and understand their environment. Of course, if either dog is showing signs of aggression or discomfort, you should intervene. But in general, just let them do their thing. It might look weird to us, but to them, it's perfectly normal. And here's a fun fact. When your dog sniffs you after you've been out, they're doing the same thing. They're gathering information about where you've been, who you've been with, and what you've been doing. If you've been around other animals, your dog knows. If you're stressed or sick, your dog knows. They're constantly reading you through scent, and it's one of the ways they bond with you and understand your emotional state. So, there you have it. Dogs sniff each other's butts because they're having a detailed, complex conversation that we as humans can't even begin to perceive. It's not gross, it's not weird. It's just how dogs communicate, and honestly, it's pretty amazing when you think about how much information they can gather in just a few seconds. Their world is built on scent, and butt sniffing is just one of the many ways they navigate that world. If this video changed the way you see your dog's behavior, hit that like button, subscribe for more fascinating animal facts, and drop a comment telling me the weirdest thing your dog has ever sniffed. See you in the next one.